Okay, for this one, I'm not going to do the intro. I like the intro, but I'm going to actually improve on it. The other thing is I'm investing in a camera very, very soon, so I can get better quality shots. My phone is shot to hell. A fair few cracks. We always say we'll never crack the screen on this one, and what happens? We drop it, we crack it, even if we do have a case covering. It's what it is. So I've got the 1970s dodgy movie fuzz steam thing going on. It's not Vaseline.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto Addingham Wharfdale Road, A65.
I can assure you it's not Vaseline on the screen. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about recovery. And I hit back day yesterday, and I had some pretty cool. Back training going on. Some really effective.
Exit the roundabout onto Addingham Wharfdale Road.
Some real effective.
Continue on A65 for 4 miles.
This is as it happens. So I have some really effective mind-muscle connection, and really getting some nice, solid contraction going. I had a few people kind of asking, man, how do you get your back moving like that? And it's like, so really, honestly, it is through a lot of time in the gym, a lot of practice, taking yourself back to school, getting an education, really figuring just exactly how the muscle contracts as well. An awful lot of my time is actually learning how to successfully contract the muscle to grow. And I have to say, my back is one of my favorite things to train. Love training back. I used to be a lifeguard, and without bragging too much about it, Olympic speed swimmer in my younger days. I can still tear up the water. I'm not as fast as I used to be, but I can still tear up the water when I want to. And I will be taking some videos of me tearing up the water in Lake Cumberland in the US when I go over, so watch out for that. Getting back to recovery. So with the 3 sets of 3 minute deadlifts, doing as many deadlifts as I can with good form, as the best form that I possibly can do. I obviously didn't do that on Wednesday. I was aching a fair bit on Tuesday afterwards, not through any injury or anything, but purely because I haven't trained like that for a long time, which I said in another video. And I decided that possibly Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday was not a good idea. And this morning, along with training back, I'm feeling a lot of how I trained back yesterday, and I'm not in any pain. I'm able to get on with things. I am feeling a little, I can feel the back, as in I've done some real good, solid, hard work. Now, the whole process of recovery, and an awful lot of people said, oh, why don't you use an ice bath? Why don't you use an ice bath and stuff? Well, the problem, I mean, yeah, you know what? It's great if you're going into a competition and training up, and you need to get through that pain, and you've got to do the more training, and you've got this and this and this. But look, the ice baths are excellent for recovering or getting rid of the pain, and if you've got to perform. But part of the process of building muscle is the tearing of the muscle, which is essentially what we are doing, the swelling of the muscle, going into hypertrophy of fixing that muscle so that then it becomes stronger, harder, bigger, etc., etc. And when you take down the swelling, remember the swelling is getting the blood vessels to the area of the muscle to fix it and heal it. So when I breathe in, I'm taking in oxygen, which is circling white blood cells, which is also taking everything else I need to that area to help that muscle recover and become more. So we're taking the ice baths. Yes, it's going to take down the pain and everything else, but it's going to severely hamper the effects that I want. So looking back with the recovery and everything else, and we're doing the back day and everything else, where on the back day I do work to failure. I do work to failure on my reps. I keep the reps nice and controlled. There are a lot of other things I do as well. I'm not going to get into all the technical jargon because quite honestly that'll take up to half an hour and I don't have the time to do everything on that. But essentially I target my muscles the best way I can to make them operate under tension the right way, keep everything moving the right way, make sure everything is going along so that when I recover, there's no joint injury, there's no actual injury, it's just the fact that I'm tearing the muscles slightly so that they can rebuild and grow bigger. That's in short what I'm doing. So as I'm sitting here now feeling the after effects of the deadlifts and the back day, and with planning to do the deadlifts today, it's not viable for me to go in and, oh yeah, I'll do the three sets of 3 minute deadlifts. It's not viable because I'm still recovering from yesterday. I'm eating what I should be eating, doing everything that I should be doing, resting, sleeping, everything else. It would be counterproductive of me to put my muscles underneath the stress of having to perform and possibly doing more damage than really what I would prefer to have. So, whilst a few people have said to me, oh, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that, this is where pushing the limits and where wisdom comes into wisdom, education, experience, everything else. That tells me that, you know what, along with your age, which I am 50 and I'm doing fantastic for 50, there's not very many people, I mean there are people, there's not very many people of the general populace that are in good a condition as I am, and those people who are, we're in the small minority, a small minority. So given everything else, I have decided it's not viable for me with my age and with the amount of time I've had off from training like that to go in and do that today, because I don't want to ruin what I've already worked on. If you want an analogy, it's kind of like saying, well, okay, I'm baking a cake and I'm putting in the butter, the sugar, the flour and all that kind of stuff, and then says, well, hang on a second, if eggs are good in a cake, I'm going to put more eggs into the batter. You know, you're going to ruin the cake. Or I'm going to put more sugar in the batter. You're going to end up with biscuits, not cake. If you turn and say I'm going to put more flour in, you're going to end up with flavoured pastry, not a cake. So pretty much, without calling me doughy, without calling myself doughy, without calling myself doughy and cake boy, I am a cake that I am wanting to bake to a really good cakey goodness, so someone can eat me. Oh, this is turning from bad to worse. But all joking aside, if you see the point of that, or if you want to take it to another one, is a steak. You can either have a steak that's rare, or a steak that's nice, juicy, and cooked and done, or you can have it burnt to a crisp. If I go into doing what I did and what I planned, I'd be burning it to a crisp. There wouldn't be any point. There won't be any point to it. I want to be a nice beef steak that looks well done and cooked through and nice, with a possibility of red onions as well. Who knows? Anyway, yes, I love food. Yes, I'm talking about food. Yeah, I'm starving. What do you expect? I'm on a diet. Come on. Anyway, so those are just a few thoughts today. Just a few thoughts on recovery. Look, the best recovery is getting your food in, nutrition first. Yes, I use a protein shake. It's a good source of getting protein in. To be honest with you, shake up the protein shake. If I want, I can blend it with a bit of banana. It's easy, it's there, bam, in, done, and away I go. After a workout, if I want to get it in, it's a good way of getting in. There is nothing wrong with protein shakes. There's nothing wrong if you want to take fat burners if you so wish and so desire. Yes, the supplement market is a minefield. It really is. But there are good quality ones there. Take a look into it. Take a little bit of advice. If you really want to go to someone who really knows what they're doing as well. Don't just ask Joe Blogs. Really take a look into it. Do your research. Take a look and see what's happening. I will say, if you want to do it cheaply, look on the supplement front. And there are some expensive stuff out there, but the general rule of thumb is you pay for what you get. And if you pay cheaply, you're going to get cheap, crappy stuff. If you pay the price, it's all down to what you value, okay? But it is nutrition first. Get nutrition right. Get everything else. You're going to move, get the right foods in, do everything. You're going to recover. You're going to grow. You're going to become better. As I said, I am going on to a vacation. There are things that are going to change after I've been on vacation, and I'm hoping to do a few things and get a few things set up, get this channel going a little bit better. I really want to try and grow this channel. I'll be putting on some educational stuff, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the future. We'll see what happens, but for now, look after yourselves, take care, do everything you possibly can do. And later on, I'm going to put on the back workout, on a montage of back workouts, just a few samples of what I did, and you can see where I'm going. Have a great day. Catch you all later.